can't believe it. Football, bloody hell.
Football. Bloody hell. We have a new member joining us. He's been on before, but he's now a member of the Fergie Time Reds. Welcome, Ronan. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. How's your blood pressure after that result?
No, completely gone.
Yeah. And we have Mix back on again. How are you? Good week?
Yeah, good week. Not great results, but good week.
Yeah, not great results, but we're used to it now.
Unfortunately, it's all becoming too similar.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to start with Europa League game against Fenerbahçe, and then we'll go into today's game against West Ham. So same story again in the Europa League. Ten Hag's record in the Europa League continues to be horrendous. We got the early goal and then just let pressure onto us, not taking our chances again.
And letting Onana save us multiple times.
Brilliant double save, though.
That was sensational. It was unbelievable to see that. And only for us to end up drawing.
Onana's been immense. Well, in that game, the best two players was the Fenerbahçe goalkeeper and our goalkeeper. They were the best players on the pitch.
I must say, though, I feel like in that game, we missed Bruno immensely, creativity-wise. You
mean Mazraoui wasn't doing it for you? The number 10?
I must say, I don't understand what Ten Hag was doing there. I mean, as much as I love Mazraoui, he's not a number 10. I would have put Zerski as that.
That's what I would have done. We've not seen them play together yet. That would have been the with Bruno suspended, the perfect time to test it. Would have been.
I mean, despite conceding in the second half, Eriksen in the number 10 in the second half, we actually played a lot better performance-wise.
No, we did.
I don't understand why he could have literally all he had to do was put Casemiro in the pitch and move Eriksen up.
100%, but no. He didn't do that. He didn't want to do that. And also, I didn't understand why he brought Anthony on instead of Ahmad.
And he got injured straight away.
That was a very funny, tragic 5-minute cameo.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Shame.
For it to be a sprained ankle afterwards, so they're all that dramatic.
Yeah, I hopefully speedy recovery with his sprained ankle. But I mean, I still think Ahmad would have been immense in that game. Even Ahmad could have played as a number 10.
I mean, apparently
in the past.
The logic for Anthony being subbed on was that we need to reward him for his performances in training, which was very funny to me.
Yeah, if you want to reward him in the EFL Cup or something, not in Europa. I don't know.
I don't know.
I must say, what is Ahmad doing in training if we need to reward Anthony for his training performances?
Ahmad's doing it on the actual pitch in games, not like half of our players. Surely that's more important.
Ahmad's probably just sitting down in training.
I also thought Rashford had a really good game that game, and it didn't make sense why they subbed him off.
Yeah.
Also,
it's probably just the yellow card that made them sub him off. I had to make a guess.
It was definitely Ugarte's best game as well.
Yeah, Ugarte was immense for us in that game.
It's one of his few
that save for that goal. Whoa.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
It was a game to forget for Victor Lindelof.
Yeah. Again, though, he doesn't suit that position either. I know he had to play there, but
he's not played a lot of football for a long time, and then throw him in out of position is just.
Yeah, I don't know. Ten Hag's making some very silly decisions, which makes no sense to me whatsoever, especially when we now have the players that can actually play those positions. I honestly cannot wait for Luke Shaw to be back. I feel like our left-hand side will be so much better. And
Malacia,
look-
they're both.
I gotta feel bad for Harry Amass as the kid. What has he got to do to even just get a minute at left
I
back?
would love to see him get more minutes, I must say. I
was-
don't know. Apparently, Ten Hag clearly doesn't think he's ready yet. But
I
I
saw a s-
question that.
I saw a stat earlier. We haven't had a actual left back playing in a Premier League game for Man United for 8 months.
8 months.
The only good thing is that they're both at least running on the pitch again by themselves.
We've had someone out of position there basically for 8 months.
That is crazy.
And just our luck, they'll get to play one game at left back and then they'll be out again.
Oh yeah, probably. But
Alfonso Davies.
Shaw can't be far off now though.
He's back individual training, Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Malacia's team training, but he's not fully fit yet to actually be involved.
So Malacia, I would think he probably will make the bench, hopefully, either during the midweek or next week's game, hopefully.
I'm really happy about that because I was really worried about Malacia. He was so quiet on what his injury was.
I
And it
must
was, like,
say, I thought he
there was-
dropped off the face of the earth.
I thought there was rumors that he could retire and it was that severe.
Nah, I was going to put up missing flyer photos until I saw him with the team in the FA Cup final after celebrating at the end. I was like, where has he been?
Yeah, so it's good that he's on the mend. But
100%.
what do we think of Ten Hag's record in Europe? It's very worrying.
Yeah, it's not great at all. It doesn't speak well in his favor.
For a manager we got in because, like, obviously he done well in the Dutch league, but it was with Ajax. But we got him for that run in the
Because when Ajax beat Real Madrid that season
in Europe. But he's not shown that with us at all. His record in Europe has been horrendous. Obviously, this season is different with the new format for the Europa League, which is now a league format. Boom will remind me how does it work? So obviously we're not doing a great position at the moment. So
at the moment we're in playoffs. We're in the extra game. The top 8 will go ignore the round of 32 and we'll go into just the round of 16 part. Then from 9 to 24 you have to play each other to get into that round.
We have enough games without having to go into a playoff as well.
I mean, we could still potentially not even make the playoffs. That's how bad it is.
When we're easily got the best squad in that.
Yeah, there's a reason why Austin Spurs are the favourites.
If we don't even make the playoffs, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we keep drawing. If we don't draw, we lose. That's
I mean, realistically,
things are going at the moment.
Realistically, when you look at it on the paper, a draw at the Fenerbahçe is not the worst result, but then when you compare it to the other 2 results in the group, it becomes a bad result.
Porto, I didn't think was a bad, like, Porto. We drew against Porto, didn't we?
Yeah. We had to. We almost lost against Porto until Harry Flyer.
Porto, I think a draw there wasn't too bad. I think we had to win our first game.
Drawing to Twente was the worst result out of the 3.
Yeah, and the sad thing is we were 2-0 up at that point.
Yeah,
and we just buffled it.
Yeah, I haven't got much more to add on it.
Porto game was great. From being in a winning position to then losing to need a Harry Maguire last second winner.
Yeah, that was amazing to see, especially coming from a Maguire perspective. But at the same time, to leave it that late. Again, we didn't take chances. Our chances in that game either. And the frustrating thing.
And then again, with the Fenerbahçe, we were under the cosh a bit, but like we did well to get in front, and then just to throw it away, it wasn't even a good goal to throw it away. It was bad positioning from Lindelof that wouldn't jump to challenge the ball.
Yeah. Typical Jose getting himself sent off.
I mean, you just expected that from Jose at some point.
It just had to happen. Jose had to do something extraordinary for that game.
His reaction to Onana's double save was just priceless as well.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. Like his reaction, but also to see him speaking to Onana at halftime as they're coming out.
The most entertaining about the Fenerbahçe game though was the build-up and how salty Jose Mourinho is. Like it's like an old ex that wants us back. It's like
they were praising each other. Like there was too much. Like they were comparing trophies at this point. Like we both won a lot of trophies.
Yeah, and I swear Jose just wants that opportunity to come back because he feels like he has a point to prove.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's just so bitter.
Yeah. I do think he'll turn up back in the Premier League eventually. But
oh yeah, I think he'll.
He said it himself in 2 years. He's planning to come back to the Prem.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was like the new West Ham manager.
Yeah,
he said any team. He said in 2 years, if there's any team outside of Europe and needs a manager,
sure,
he'll take them over.
Newcastle maybe.
No, Newcastle would be a good shout.
A bit Saudi money.
Yeah, true.
We got someone in here. The old Ten Hag, trust the process.
Whenever I hear trust the process, I just see that meme in my head of like Ten Hag and like all the trust the process.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it gets to the point where how much more trusting the process do we have to take for the process to actually finally work? Because I feel like we've been trusting the process now for quite some time and it's just not happening.
Every week it's press conferences on repeat. Trust the process, blame injuries.
I've won 2 trophies.
Yeah.
2 trophies.
That up. Can't be that
bad. We won on XG. Like that's important. Like,
or he brings up the stats saying, "Oh, we played really well in this game. But we just didn't get the result." I'm like, "Oh,
Spurs game doesn't count."
Yeah, I deny that game. It's denied. Like verbally.
I do agree with what the guy's saying in the comments, though. The first half was all on the players, and we missed our chances. I do agree that Ten Hag had nothing to do with that. I mean, at some point, you're also going to blame the players for not actually taking the chances, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are on the pitch.
We have created 28. This is more than anyone. 28 chances that should guarantee to be a goal basically this season. We have missed 22 of them.
Yeah, well, you see that XG is up there.
That's just sad.
That's an 85% failure rate.
We're clearly doing something wrong in training. But I mean, we can't be. I don't know.
I don't understand it.
I think, to be honest, you got to question the players, but then you also bring into the analogy: are they really playing for Ten Hag at this point? If you can get into those positions and then not score.
I mean, how many times have the players thrown our managers under the bus, like Jose Mourinho, Moyes, all of them?
Yeah.
Like a lot of these results, I'm seeing very much reminiscent of when Ollie was getting near the end. Kind of the way these players are going, where they'd still create things, but not win games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had more faith than under Ollie in the end than I currently do. And we have a lot better squad.
To be fair, I think Ollie could do quite well with the squad we have now. He played the style of football that we always loved.
Yeah.
I mean, attacking, like, no fear, going into games. And, under Louis van Gaal, we played so back and defensively.
I just think where Ollie made his mistake was getting it. No, it wasn't a mistake at the time. No one believed it was, but changing your system to suit Ronaldo didn't work for his. He changed his complete style of play the season he brought Ronaldo in.
I think Ronaldo changed. I think he If I'm being honest, if we have to be honest, I don't think he wanted Ronaldo.
Yeah, but when you're off, it's one of those cases when you're offered Ronaldo, you say yes, I want Ronaldo.
I know. I mean, and I love Ronaldo. I'm a massive Ronaldo fan. Don't get me wrong. But Ronaldo wasn't the player that we needed that season.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, then you had to change your entire play, which didn't suit the other players that Ollie brought in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I honestly think he wouldn't be playing much now, and he'd be like an understudy to Højlund, but it would have been someone good to learn off. I think if Ronaldo didn't come in, I think Cavani could still be here now.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah, I think he left because we took the number. I think we just annoyed him by taking the number 7 off him.
Imagine Højlund learning from someone like Cavani.
That's what he needs.
Oh,
That's what he needs.
100%.
And I 100% think that would have happened if Ronaldo didn't come back. But yeah.
Back to Europa League. I do think we're in danger. We don't win the next game.
Yeah, 100%. It is a must-win game. But I feel like all our games have been like that. Wild.
But again,
and losing.
But our next game is at home to Pia AOK. Like, if you don't win that, that's sackable on the spot.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, I don't think he has much chances left in his pocket. I think it's running out very quickly.
I think they backed him in the summer, and he's got a few injuries this season, but it's not as bad as last season. But no manager except for him has been back this much and have had their squad. This is his squad.
Yeah, and
Jose never got his squad.
No, he.
Ollie never got his squad. Moyes signed 2 players.
Well, sure. With Ollie, he admitted himself that he was only given a 3-player policy. He could only bring in 3 people each season.
Ten Hag spent 700 million.
Yeah, that's. You got to think that he's got to start.
There's no excuse.
To be fair, he has won. I know it's used and said a lot, but he has won 2 trophies. I feel like that is still in itself is massive, especially the one season where we were absolutely nowhere. We didn't expect we were going to win anything, and we pulled it out the bag. I mean, but at the same time, you can't. He has to start winning games. He can't just live on the fact that he won 2 trophies. He has to actually put some action in and say, like, okay, we need to start playing. Because at the end of the day, time's running out. We still need top 4. And the more we lose, the harder it becomes. And we're basically putting ourselves out of a cup here by playing at the way we are. I mean, it's just not.
And he keeps
he
mentions injuries a lot. Now. He mentions injuries a lot, but I'm like, let's say we have Luke Shaw and Euro back. Do they really change our chance creation?
To be fair, I think having Luke Shaw will change massively for us. I think he has a lot to say within our squad. I mean, if you think back to the first season with Ten Hag, how well he did, and how well Rashford fed off of him on that left-hand side, and how he did the run-ins, I think we missed that completely because, unfortunately, Dalot does not provide that whatsoever.
Are we going to get the same Luke Shaw back with the amount of injuries he's getting?
That's the thing. I don't know if he will, but I still
think we need to sign someone at the left back position.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think that would be.
And obviously, there's rumours at the moment of Alphonso Davies. I know Boom knows that I want.
You've been mentioning him to many a time. Before those rumours, I reckon you started the rumours.
I wouldn't.
If you could get him on a free transfer, that'd be amazing.
And I mean, I wouldn't put it aside that we couldn't pull that off.
And they got Euro underneath the noses of Real Madrid, so why couldn't they do it with Alphonso Davies?
And also, do you think we'll make any business in January, considering how much business we did in the summer?
I don't know. I think because of the manager's situation, it's all up in the air. I think.
Yeah.
I think we were going to sign a left back, but because of the manager situation, it's a bit hard. Because if you're going to get rid of Ten Hag, you might bring another manager in. You don't.
I think you'll more see outgoings.
The new manager doesn't want.
Yeah, I think we'll see. I think Anthony will go back to Ajax. Not on a full transfer. I think he'll be loaned out to Ajax. Ericsson will be gone.
I don't know. Where do you stand on Ericsson? Because he's like.
I love Ericsson.
Would you give him a contract extension in Europe? Pacific? He's been our best player in Europe.
I would give him a year contract because I mean he's been one of our best players this season.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, the only thing that's going against him is he's slow and he gets caught out a lot. And that if you could cover that up with other players around him, he could be massive for us. I mean, what he does.
We've done it with Johnny Evans. Why not Ericsson?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to giving him a year contract at all. He's got the quality.
Yeah. Anyway, on to today's game at the London Stadium against West Ham. Again, same old story. Not taking our chances. The left back being out of position again.
The one chance that was a golden opportunity, how Delon missed that, I will never know.
He did the hard part. He rounded 3 players.
But the thing
is, just had the net.
To be honest, he could have even pulled it back. The 2 defenders are running this way. If he just chopped it back, he could have passed it straight to Wayland. Why did he just tapped it in?
I also think
it was like me on FIFA when I hit the O button for far too long and it just goes bam into Rose Ed.
Also, I think Garnacho. I don't know if you remember Garnacho's chance, like right at the start of the game. He should have put that away.
Yeah, he should have.
There were several chances we should have put away.
Also, the Rashford chance when he was running through the middle. Yeah. He could have done better to avoid getting the ball taken.
And Hoyland. We should have been at least 3-4-0 up. And again, it's us not taking our chances. Every game.
In that first half alone, Bruno should have had 3 assists.
Oh yeah,
100%. He's a great. I've said it for ages. He's not good enough.
And I saw online a few people slander Bruno saying he doesn't give enough. And thinking like the man should have had 3 or 4 assists. What do you mean he's not done enough?
People slate Bruno, but it shows dramatically when you go look back when he wasn't part of the midweek game, how much we missed him and how much he provided today, even though he didn't get the reward he clearly deserved, but he's massive for us. And
I think he's just been overplayed. I think that's literally it. Since he's come in here, every season he's played about 50 to 60 games every season.
He's missed like
he joined the club in
last
2017.
season was the only games he missed through injury.
But do you not think that's why we possibly brought in Mount, maybe as that helper?
Yeah.
But it hasn't helped that Mount, and his injury track hasn't been great either.
Yeah.
So
I think we need to draw the line under the sand with Mason Mount at this point, with the amount of things he's been out with.
It was the same first
like
half.
A failed experiment.
Missed opportunity. It's been the same every game this fucking season. My word, every game. Missed opportunity after missed opportunity.
Even the games we win, we've had about several chances where it should have been more of.
The Southampton game.
I feel like
that could have been 8.
Well, like even the first game of the season, Fulham, Garnacho's chance at the very end of Fulham, we won 1-0. It should have been 2-0.
Yep.
It's actually frustrating the amount of times they miss. I mean, you can actually look forward into a game saying, put money on it, saying, oh, they should probably miss about 13 good chances in a match that they created. You could put money on it because that's what they do. They miss chances. It just drives me insane because most of the time the chances are so easy, like the Delon chance, where it should have been buried. It's not good enough.
Like even the games we get outclassed in, like say the Liverpool game early in the season, there was chances in that where it should have easily been 2-2 before it became 3.
Yeah. 100%. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have.
Well, we should probably talk about the VAR decision.
Yeah.
For the penalty.
Yeah, as I even tweeted, I said that because I put in the description of this what cost us today. Was it us not taking our chances, or was it the VAR decision?
Well, to be fair,
I think
the actual game being cost would have come down to VAR, but
I argued to John before this with it's both if you think about it.
I think the VAR decision stopped us getting a draw.
yeah,
But we should have had the game put to bed already.
It should have been 3-2 at the end of the day.
So a lot of people are blaming the VAR, and yeah, it was wrong. But I'm on the position that we should have put the game to bed by that point anyway, and that's why I'm annoyed.
100%. And also, we can't rely on VAR because how many times has VAR been against United in the past? So many times.
Especially when it's Michael Oliver.
Exactly. So, I mean, to rely on something like that to come miraculously be in your favor is not going to happen. So you have to finish off the chances that you created previously. And then the chance where VAR actually doesn't go your way, at least you're safe. Because then you had that cover. It's just not good enough.
But yeah, it was an awful decision.
No, it was terrible. I literally screamed at my laptop when that happened. I was like, of course. Of course. I mean, it's just so... the season that we are in right now, it's just so United.
Yep. And I don't know if you remember a few seasons back, Klopp, this was Klopp in a press conference, said that United get loads of decisions on VAR.
I remember that.
Since that press conference,
it's changed.
It's gone the complete opposite way.
He did that tactically, though, because previous to that quote, he was getting more decisions going his way than that were going our way.
Yeah, but since
he was just he was doing that because of penalty decisions to Bruno that season. Bruno scored a lot of penalties that particular season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another debate. Yeah. Who do you think standed out in the game against West Ham?
For me, I thought De Ligt had a really good game.
Yeah.
And Casemiro had very good cameos throughout that game. Garnacho ran his backside off, but at the end of the day, he did nothing as well. He ran, but all the opportunities he created came to absolutely nothing. As much as I love Garnacho, that's the truth.
It annoyed me that Rashford got taken off again.
Yeah.
Again,
but Rashford, for me, I think if Garnacho's playing on the left and Rashford's playing on the right, if Rashford's not getting much happening on the right, switch them around because Garnacho can play on the right. And I actually think he's better on the right than he is on the left.
He also did the wrong subs in the wrong games because if that was Thursday, I'd be like, that's a fine substitution. I
feel bad for Rashford because Rashford's been up there with the most creative play for our team this season. He's the only person that's creating chances for us.
Him and Ahmed didn't play properly.
I mean, and you take him off. He must be fed up, to be honest.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a few people. I don't believe it, but there was a few people saying reports earlier in the week that he's asked to leave. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I mean, also the teams that are after him. I know Barcelona was very interested in him. At one point,
PSG have wanted him for 5 years.
PSG have wanted him for a very long time. And also teams in Italy are seeming quite interested in him as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be a shame to lose Rashford because I think he's coming back to his best, and unfortunately Ten Hag is not utilizing that at all, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
Then you have the whole not playing them in the right places.
I think it's inedible what's going to happen. And I think it's going to be very similar to that season when Mourinho got sacked, and they'll put it in someone under the fans can will get behind in Van Nistelrooy
Mm.
to at least the end of the season. And if he does well, then they'll give him the job.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I'm convinced that's what's going to happen.
Because, I mean, he did well with his previous team, and I would.
And he's the only one who looks like he's doing anything on the touchline.
The only reason he left
it's Van Nistelrooy
is because he didn't get back the way he wanted in the market.
Yeah. I think he could get a lot out of our players. And I think the players respect him as well, which is great. I would like to see that happen. I also wouldn't mind having Carrick back.
Yeah. Someone like that, a Carrick or a Van Nistelrooy, I think is more likely Johnny Evans play at manager.
Listen, let's go for it. Why not?
I think by that point we'll have seen it all.
What's this? The manager is subbing himself on in the 97th minute.
Giggs did it.
He did do it. I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't think he's got much time left.
I must say though, the one thing that they keep studying that they're really happy with him and they see the process. I would love to know what process they're seeing. I am very much giving Ten Hag time. Don't get me wrong. It's just the results are starting to get really hard to back him, especially when we keep drawing, especially games that we should have won. And then when we lose a game, I'm like, are you kidding me? We should have actually won that game like 3-2 or 3-1. It's just so frustrating to see. And
subs really bug me.
It does, because we clearly have the players. I mean, even Jose Mourinho said in an interview saying they've got great players. They just need you. I mean, if you get that right manager in, we could really be doing something great. It's just not working with Ten Hag at the moment.
It's why I thought that they should have made the decision maybe in like the mid-term, because like with the run of fixtures we have at the moment, we really should have been.
I agree.
Getting quite a few wins on these.
The decision should have been made in the last.
Like the only game that's questionable on this run would have been the Chelsea game, but every other game we should be.
I know, and
I think it was written on the wall in the summer. You don't speak to other managers if you're happy with your manager.
No, 100%. I think the only reason why they kept Ten Hag is because Ten Hag had such a huge following from United fans, and I think they didn't want to get under the United fans' skin too early on into the reign, so they thought they'd give him a go.
I think they were going to make a change in the international break.
You think they were?
I reckon they were going to go to Tuchel, because the meeting, Tuchel signed the contract with England a day after the meeting, the board meeting, what Ten Hag was going to be, in quotes, sacked.
But they what made Tuchel?
So maybe Tuchel turned him down.
See, no, the report of that meeting is that they were fifth. They couldn't all agree in a unanimous to sack him or keep him. Was the reports that came out of that meeting, that it was very much half of the room thought they should give him a chance. Half of the room were fed up.
And what's your guys' thoughts on Nagelsmann?
I like Nagelsmann. I really like Nagelsmann.
I wouldn't mind him as our manager.
My first two choices would be Nagelsmann and the sporting manager, Almiron.
He's done well, I must say. I'm enjoying the way his style of play with everything as well at the moment.
And City are looking at Almiron to replace Pep, so that's how highly he is rated.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for Ten Hag, but at the same time, he's not doing himself any favors by making stupid decisions.
100%. Yeah.
I will say I know, John, you're not too keen on this, but I will say that Xavi's wife posted a picture with their son in a United shirt. Xavi being linked to the Jonas. It's made the news.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind Xavi either. He didn't do too badly. He
No,
has
he's
some
one
bright.
of those ones where he got sacked and then he didn't get sacked in like the same week by
Yeah,
Barcelona.
I think he did
They
some
changed their
wonderful
mind,
things.
didn't they?
Yeah.
I think he did some wonderful things at Barca. So I wouldn't mind seeing him in the United front. It's
I
just
think we missed the trick with the new Barca manager. He's doing well.
he's doing really well. I mean, to beat Real Madrid. Granted, Real Madrid
Oh, well, you
has
see,
been actually fired
they
this
trusted the
season.
process, clearly. It's just a quicker process.
That's again process. Chelsea managers turned around Chelsea in a couple of months. He's turned around Barcelona in a couple of months.
I wouldn't be opposed in bringing Zinedine Zidane in.
Oh, I've said that years. How many years ago did I say I wanted to do Zidane?
And I mean,
Many
it
years.
keeps coming on the news. I know he turned us down purely because his wife didn't want to move to England. But
Yeah.
I think he's open. I think he's
he
open.
said he wants to learn the language fully before taking a job in England, is what he said recently.
I actually think he would accept it. I think he now sees that we've got the players. We've won a couple of trophies. We're going somewhere. I think, and we've got new part owners in our club. I think he thinks, okay, this will be the ideal.
I think that's the type of guy you need to go for. Like, City got the structure in place and then went for Pep. That was built over a few years to go for Pep.
Yeah.
They brought in all the structure from Barcelona, basically, and that's how they got it done. And we're bringing in the structure now to hopefully eventually go for someone like that who is that.
Yeah.
Ancelotti, Pep style, like that top coach that everyone wants, like it's the golden ticket kind of.
Mm.
And plus, like some people say, like who would join United at this point, but it's the idea you want to be the man to say I fixed United's problem. You want to be that on your CV. That will add to your legacy. You know, I'm the person that solved United.
And I think whoever takes it has got the easiest job now than he's had any. The best squad. It's the best squad of any of the managers have had.
Sure, even Jose said that. Jose in his comments saying they have a better team now than when I had.
100%.
Yeah.
He had Phil Jones and Chris Smalling his back too. With Martinez, DeLitt, and Euro.
Also, Jose can still win a couple of trophies if this whole Man City thing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that too. He says, I want my bonus for the Premier League if they win.
If that actually happens, that would be crazy.
I'd invite him back for the open top parade. We get Phil Jones back too for the day. We get him celebrating.
And also, Rashford would have won at least 2 Premier Leagues.
Yep.
It's actually crazy to think that, but I mean, let's be realistic. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we all hope it does, but they're never going to do that to a team like City.
Yeah, I don't think they'll take the trophy. I think they will get punished, but I don't think they'll take the trophies off them.
I don't think it's going to be as severe punish as everyone's hoping. I think they're going to, the fact that it's everything closed down, we don't know what they're talking.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be you're going to pay a massive fine and they can't play like the cup, like Champions League for a couple of seasons or something.
Yeah, something like that. A points deduction, but not like to make them. They might not get Europe. Like it won't be a points deduction until like they get relegated. It might be like a points deduction, so they not in Europe for a few seasons. But yeah. What do you think about the fixture? Our next fixture, we've got who have we got next?
The Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup, Leicester City. That was it. I think it's our best chance of a trophy now this season.
One of Ten Hag's 2 trophies he keeps going on.
Did you want to get us started on that, Boom?
If I said I wasn't nervous, I completely am. Well, it's one of those. The way his form's going, it's one of those banana skin fixtures. Because I assume, like he has done for several times, he'll probably heavily rotate this where he doesn't need to. And Xerxes probably going to be a number 9 again in that game. Who knows? We'll probably play Martinez as a number 10 just to see how it goes.
Yeah, I would love to see Zerski though play with Hoyland and Zerski as that number 10. I think that would be something special. I think it really would work.
The only thing I will say, if I'm Agarte, I'm happy. I might get another start after my 4th start of the season. After I don't get played any game.
I must say, I'm very surprised he didn't play.
With Euro back soon, I wouldn't mind seeing a back 5 and Zertsky next to Hoyland in a front 2.
I would love to see a front 2. I think that is something that I've been wanting to see for quite some time. I think we dominated having that with Rooney and Berbatov. I think that would be sublime. And I think
we kind of saw it today, Hoyland and Xerxes, because when Eriksen came off for Xerxes, it created the chance for Casemiro, Xerxes being in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, especially if Shaw's back, if you had a back line of Shaw, De Ligt, Euro, Martinez, and Mezouaoui as the back 5, and then Onana. That's amazing back 5.
Yeah, no, that's special.
I think it's worth a try that.
No, definitely. I wouldn't be opposed to that whatsoever. I think.
And even Gary Neville said that that's what he thinks they'll do.
Unless Ten Hag gets a chance to do this, it might be Rude's decision to make this.
Daz has come in with a comment.
Yeah, he's decided to support a different United of Manchester.
He's got a season ticket for FC Manchester, if you know United of Manchester.
You might see a couple of wins there, maybe even
might see some goals. But yeah, I think it'll be a hard game, but I think we'll get it. I think they'll bounce back in the Carabao Cup.
I don't know.
Probably hold on.
Leicester City have been scoring goals. They have been.
I think Diallo will get a start.
I hope so.
I think he will. I think he'll start. I think it'll be Garnacho on the left, and it will be either Zerski or Hoyland. But I think it'll probably be Zerski. We Garnacho, Zerski, and Diallo.
Yeah,
it's one of those banana skin games because you look at it like Leicester City have nothing to lose. United have everything at this point.
Yeah. But that's been like this entire season in a nutshell, to be fair.
Because they'll know United are going to go into that game desperately needing to win to just give some calmness.
Yeah.
And you have a player like Jamie Vardy waiting for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we should carve open their midfield. And I mean, it's not like their midfield's been that fantastic this season. No. It's just, if we can't punish Leicester City, I don't know. It's just...
West Ham have been shite this season.
I will let you know, Leicester City at the moment are only one place below us in the table.
But then again, we had all those opportunities, yet we did absolutely nothing with those opportunities. We squandered them. I just hope that doesn't happen again against Leicester. That's all.
We are only 2 points above Leicester City in the table.
Yeah, we
I hope so.
With only a one less minus of a goal difference.
It's a joke.
That's embarrassing. It's like
to say that we have players like Diallo, Garnacho, Hoyland, and Rashford and Zerski, yet we cannot score anything. It's just depressing.
I still can't believe that United created 20 big chances this season in the Premier League and missed 22 of them. 85% failure.
And it only gets easier with the next league game being Chelsea.
Yeah, who have started to look a lot better.
Yeah.
And
Who have been scoring quite a few goals in their games.
yeah, their process.
Their trick and all that was getting Palmer. I wish we got Palmer.
Yeah, their process has been a lot faster than our process has been.
Yeah.
The only good thing about that game is that Jadon Sancho has to sit on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's the one man that
be-
would be tryharding the entire game.
To be fair, even if he played, I don't think he would impact that game much either.
He probably wouldn't, but he'd be like it'd be a Dean Henderson situation where he just, for the one game, he'd just put on everything and then be terrible in the next.
Yeah.
He'd score.
The one game he would. He wouldn't score any other game in the season. He'll just go there.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, yeah, what's your score prediction for the Leicester game in the Carabao Cup? You, Boo?
3-2 to United. I think we're going to be terrified.
I don't know if you could decide if you were going to say terrible there or terrified.
Both. I was thinking both sentences.
I'm going for a 2-1 United win. I think that it's going to be low scoring purely because we can't score anything.
I am going to go 2-1 as well. Harry Maguire to save his job again.
Is he fit?
Daz is coming in with 6-0 United.
I
hope you're right. But
listen, tell me what you're drinking and I'll go on it too before the game.
You know what would be amazing if we could
How
do
many of
what
these
we
have you had,
did
Dazza?
against Southampton, score 9 goals. Now, that was something special. I don't think we'll see that anytime soon, but could you
imagine? Yeah.
That game also deserved a crowd. I felt so.
Yeah,
it really did. Crowd.
Yeah, it really did deserve a crowd.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, before we stop, a few people have left Fergie Time Reds recently, family reasons and personal reasons. So we're looking to recruit some more people. I've recruited these 2 lovely people in the last few months. Boom's joined us this week. I've worked with him in the past, so welcome in. We're looking for some more people to get involved. Specifically, I'm looking for someone to run the social media as Killian a step back. Thanks for all your hard work, Killian, in the past. You're always welcome back on if you're available. Same with you, Dazza, Phil, anyone else. Benno, you're all always welcome back on. But we're looking to recruit more people. So we're asking for you to send a video on how you start, when you start to support United and why, and a role you'd be interested in doing for the podcast. So if it's coming on the podcast, match predictions, helping me with graphics and or social media. So I want you to send me a video to the Mag account, not Mag, Fake Time Reg account, sorry, not Mag anymore. And we will go through the video. Me and Masood are going to be the judges, and we'll get in touch with you to try and get you on and involved with the brand. So get those videos in, and we will see you very soon. Peace out.